Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today's Red Dead video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to share multiple locations for largemouth bass, salmon, northern pike, lake sturgeon, smallmouth bass, and steelhead trout. Now, these are my go-to locations for farming. Now, this isn't every location that these fish show up, but it's the best locations I have that are close to butchers. Now, with the smaller fish, you can put them in your satchel. The bigger fish, you actually have to put on your horse. Now, the bigger fish are going to have smaller amount of locations just because unless they're close to a butcher, I don't really mess with them because there's not butchers all up in the northern part of the map. Now, it's actually going to consist of two maps. I did two because some of the locations kind of overlap a lot and it'll muddy up the areas and it might be hard for you to see where they're at. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first one real quick. Now, this one has northern pike, sturgeon, smallmouth bass, and steelhead trout. Again, on this map, you'll see the little cleaver for all the locations of the butchers. And if you're new here and you don't really understand where all the butchers are at, in the bottom right here, it shows you all the different towns that they're at. And also too, on the map, you can see the little icons. And let's go ahead and take a look at the second one. Now, this one is largemouth bass and sockeye salmon. Again, it has the icons everywhere and they're color coded to show you what locations they're at. And you'll notice at the top left in the map, I actually have each fish with their color coding and the actual price. So if you're farming out locations, you can kind of add up the money, know which way you want to go, know whether or not the route you're putting together actually matters or not, or maybe just not do that. And then also, like I mentioned, it has the name of all the towns that actually have butchers. If you're new, if you've been here for a while, this is old news to you. You kind of already know where you're going. Now, one thing I wanted to point out, like I was saying, it's not all locations. For instance, right here in the yellow, you'll actually see on the left and the right, this is Lake Sturgeon. These are the only two locations I'm going to use for Lake Sturgeon because on the left, Blackwater, you can run across the street, and a little bit south of Blackwater, you can actually run down the street. It's mere seconds, so honestly, I use that because you can get to it so fast. Now, the roads one on the right is a little bit different. It's actually the two-horse method where you steal a horse and use your horse and tie one horse off while you're catching them. And then you could ride back to the butcher and actually get two at a time. And if you don't know how to do this, there's actually going to be a video at the top right of this video that shows you actually at this location how to do it. And we're just going to do a close-up of the actual northern pike on the northwest part of Valentine. This area too is one of the parts where you could do the two-horse method. I kind of stay away from carts. The trolls have gotten so bad that the carts aren't really worth it. The fish get messed up. If you've been doing this for a while, you already know what I'm talking about. If you're new here, I would just say forget the carts. Don't mess with them. Use a two-horse method. Again, if you've never done this, there's actually going to be a video at the top right of this video that show you actually how to do this in this specific location. So yeah, guys, that's it. I just wanted to share these maps and these locations with you guys. I've had a lot of people ask of different farming locations, so I wanted to share some of the ones that I use all the time. There's actually going to be a link in the description of the video for both of these maps. I recommend go ahead and download them to your phone or tablet so you have them in the future. They actually come in pretty handy too for daily challenges if there are any daily challenges have you where you actually have to get some of these fish. So guys, I'd appreciate it if you like and share this video with your friends. Also to subscribe, click that notification bell so anytime I have videos come out, you get notified right away. As always, guys, I'll catch you next time in the next video.